Good morning, everybody. I'm Logan. I'm back in here in the greenhouse again today. I wanted to show you guys how the greenhouse is coming along. We're starting to see quite a bit of color, especially in the hanging baskets. And we got a lot transplanted now. This greenhouse is starting to fill up. This is number 2. I'll go over to number 1 in a minute. We got a bunch of flowers here. We just got transplanted within the past couple days. This is a couple weeks ago. We started transplanting this stuff now. It's starting to get big, like the zinnias here. The sunflowers here. I got 2 batches. I'm gonna transplant another batch today into the 6.5-inch pots. The onions are really coming along. All right, so here we are coming into number 2. You can see we still have a ton of seedlings that need to be transplanted, and we just keep seeding more. All the flowers in here and the pots are starting to come along really well. You start to see all the color. I'll bring you up close here. They're really beautiful. Over here we got a bunch more. These are really starting to show. We got all the scented geraniums here. I love to rub my fingers on them and smell them. They smell so good. Over here we have all of the mint. We just trimmed all this, and we just got another shipment in. We're gonna transplant them into the 4.5-inch pots. I don't think I'm gonna do too much today in the greenhouse, just besides water here and there, whatever I have to. I'm gonna let my mom and Dave take care of that. My dad is right now down at the pressure washer. He's washing our potato planter and getting that taken apart. So I'm gonna take you down to him in a couple minutes. And I think I'm gonna help him with that, and I'm also gonna work on getting the shed cleaned out. All right, so here behind me is Dad. He's pressure washing the potato planter off. I'll get you a little closer, show you what's going on. All right, so this is where the potatoes will go after they're cut. And they'll come down through this here, and each potato will get stuck on these prongs here, and then that'll put that potato into the ground. And then right here in this tub is where all the fertilizer goes to fertilize the potatoes as they go in the ground. And this gets really rusty, like this bin right here, and it eats at all the parts, and it makes them corrode, and then they break down. So we try and keep it as clean as we can every year. We wash it every year, and so we have all the moving parts out of here right now. You can see that potato planter was kind of like on the older side, and that's kind of like a lot of our equipment. It's older, but there's nothing wrong with it, and that's because we grease it when it needs to be greased. We wash it every year. If anything breaks, we fix it. So we really don't have many problems, and if we do have a major problem and we do need to fix it, we will buy a new piece of equipment. But if we don't have to, we don't. Like the saying goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. We have a lot of stuff laying around here, and I don't know why, but I really hate when stuff lays around. I hate when stuff's cluttered. I hate when I can't move. And like this right here is our big working area. You'll see as the summer comes. We're parking a lot of equipment here. We're moving wagons in and out full of vegetables. So like right here, we have all of irrigation pipe, and we have one irrigation wagon. It's over by the woods. You can't see it. And here's all our other irrigation pipe, and I'm in the process of making another irrigation wagon right now. I got to finish that. So my goal is to get this irrigation pipe on that wagon. That way we can just have 2 mobile wagons. We can move around whenever we have to. We don't have to keep taking it off of this rack every time. Another thing is we have this old van here, and I can't stand it being here. It serves a good purpose. We have all of our irrigation supplies in here, like all of our Rainbirds and our 90 degrees and our 45 degrees and our flex lines and stuff like that. And it's really nice, but I would just like to maybe get a storage shed. I don't know, like you can see the van hasn't been moved in probably 10 years. And like we got all our wagons sitting around here. I'm trying to figure out a plan to get all this stuff stacked nice and neat. Like we can't put it over there in a field where that wagon is over there. I don't know if you can see it. That's that new wagon I just bought. So we just got rid of our horse. We sold it to a very good home a couple weeks ago. And so now we have our pasture there, and it lays really wet. But my plan is put some drains in underneath there, drain it out properly, and then I would like to dig it out so it's nice and flat, lay some nice stone down, maybe eventually cement it, but that's way in the future. But maybe at least get some nice stone down, flat area, and that's a big area there. So we could put all our wagons there, our plows, our discs, our trucks there. And like we have so much stuff laying around, and it's just not good to let all your equipment sit out. So like we could see over there by the woods, I'll tilt the camera up here, we probably have like 8 or 9 wagons over there. We have 3 or 4 pieces of equipment here. We have 3 or 4 more wagons in the barn, which that's okay because they're at least being covered. And then we have more stuff in the shed. It's just being filled up. And we have a lot of stuff we're not using in the shed. And we have all of our important stuff sitting out. So we gotta do some major management and get that stuff out of there and get the more important stuff in, so that stuff's not getting hurt by all the weather. Well, I just talked to my dad and there's a little change of plans. He told me we have strawberry plants coming in. Well, they just got shipped out today, so they should be here in a couple days. So I had to come out here now to our greenhouse out the market and start cleaning this. You can kind of see it's a mess. We got hoses, we have Christmas lights still out here, tables everywhere. That's our wreath maker. And I gotta get this all cleaned up, swept out. Then we gotta sanitize it. And then we're gonna store the strawberries out here. And then after strawberries, then we'll start bringing all sorts of plants out. But we don't have room in our other greenhouses now for the strawberry plants. So that's why we're gonna bring them out here. I'm gonna get cleaning this. So I'm done for the most part. All I gotta do is some vacuuming yet. I got the tables in. I got all those Christmas lights out of here. Got the tarp out of here. We got a lot of the leaves out. Got the tables back in place. But you can see I got a lot of dirt and stuff on the floor. I gotta get that cleaned up. But other than that, this is about ready. All right, so I'm back home here at the farm now. Dad wants me to wash the fertilizer cart. The reason we do that is because, well, you can see everything rusts so bad from fertilizer. It's terrible, just like the potato planters. So we had this auger made a couple years ago. It's out of plastic instead of metal. That way it doesn't rust, which was a good idea. But you still have the metal auger, which we just took out over here, that rusts bad. So we're gonna wash this. And then I'm gonna wash the whole outside. And then I also have to get in the bin up here and wash all that out. And hopefully I get a lot of that surface rust off. So that's what I'm gonna be working on. That's good. I just got finished washing the fertilizer cart behind me here. I think I did a real good job. The more I miss, the more it's gonna rust, so I try to do everything perfect. I got the auger here real good. So tomorrow, we're gonna let it dry overnight. We'll put this auger back in the tube here, and then we gotta bolt that fast. And then I think this thing will be ready to go for when we wanna get a load of fertilizer. And so now I'm gonna head up. I'll show you, Dad got finished washing the potato planter. And so we're gonna head up there and I'll show you. I don't think he's putting the parts back in it tonight. He's also letting that dry, but I'll show you how it looks and what we got done. All right, so here I am with the potato planter. Dad got it cleaned up real well. He just greased everything and WD'd everything. So it should be good now. We're ready to go for the season. The only thing we gotta do yet is put all the components back inside. There's a whole bunch of discs and gears and stuff that go in here. So that'll have to go in maybe tomorrow, I'm thinking, when we put everything back in the shed, but we're just gonna let everything out for tonight. Cause like I said, he just WD'd it and stuff's dripping and we don't put it in the shed like that. So that being said, I think I'm gonna call it a night. So remember, it ain't much, but it's honest work.